My dad left me $75 in his will, but a file in his cabinet had my photo from a place I never visited. $75, that was all my dad thought I was worth, at least. That's what I believed sitting in that cold lawyer office while my relatives quietly tried not to look at me. Everyone else got something meaningful. My cousin got his watch, my aunt got the house, and I got an envelope with $75 and a single sentence that said, check the cabinet in my study. It felt like a final insult because growing up he was always distant, barely spoke to me, never showed up to anything important. So yeah, I walked out, angry thinking that was his last message to me that I never mattered. A week later I went back to his house mostly to clear my head and maybe find some kind of closure. His study smelled exactly the same, like old paper and coffee. I opened the cabinet expecting old bills or random junk, but there was a single file sitting right in the middle like it was waiting for me. Inside was a photograph, and the moment I saw it my chest tightened. It was me standing in front of a small house surrounded by snow, except I had never been there in my life. I flipped the photo over and there was a date written on the back from a year I barely remember and an address in another state. At first I thought it had to be fake or maybe edited, but something about it felt too real. The clothes I was wearing were mine from that time. Even the expression on my face felt familiar, like a memory just out of reach, so I did something I probably should not have done. I booked a ticket and went to that address. The place looked exactly like the photo. Same house, same broken fence, even the same tree in the yard. And when I knocked on the door, an older woman answered. And the second she saw me, her face went pale like she had seen a ghost. She said my name before I even spoke and invited me inside like she had been expecting me for years. That is when everything started to fall apart on. She told me my dad used to bring me there when I was a kid. Said I would stay for days, sometimes weeks while he handled things back home, but I had no memory of any of it, none. She showed me more photos, dozens of them. Me laughing, playing, even calling her by a nickname that felt completely foreign to me. And then she said something that made my stomach drop. She said, I used to call her mom. Turns out my dad had another life, one I was a part of, but somehow completely forgot the $75 was not an insult. It was the exact amount of a bus ticket from my city to that house, and the file was not random. It was a map back to a past. He never told me about. Maybe he thought I would remember. Maybe he wanted me to find out the truth myself, or maybe he ran out of time before he could explain anything. Now I am sitting here with two versions of my childhood. One I remember and one I have proof of, but no memory of it all. And I keep wondering why he hid it and what else I still do not know. So tell me if you were in my place. Would you try to uncover the rest of the truth or just walk away and never open that door again?